Hi everybody, I'm DJ Foster, joined by Grand Valley State head football coach Matt Mitchell as the Lakers prepare for a top 10 matchup with Ashland this Saturday night in Ohio. Mitch, before we get to that match, before that game, let's talk about another contest last week against Findlay at home, 52-7. The most points Findlay has given up all year, the fewest points they've scored all year. My guess is you're going to say the defense. Was that the most impressive thing about the victory on Saturday? Yeah,
the dominance by our defense. I thought that, they only had one scoring drive. Even on that scoring drive, we dropped an interception, cut a guy loose, some man. But other than that, we were extremely dominant on that side of the ball. We knew that Reese Gervais was, one of the better quarterbacks in our conference throwing the ball around. We couldn't let him get comfortable. We did a great job getting pressure. I think we had 6 sacks and hit him, almost 20 times, put him on the ground. So that pressure allowed us to keep him off balance, and at the same time, we didn't neglect the running game. I thought we did a good job stopping the run too. So he played defense like that. Just leads to better field position, leads to more, opportunities. We have more possessions offensively, and I didn't know, you look at the yards, put up over 600 yards and all those points. I still think there were some things we could have done better offensively. But anytime your defense plays that well, it just gives you so many more opportunities to go ahead and put up those type of points.
I asked you a few weeks ago about Bart Williams, just kind of his growth and maturity in this offense. Talk about the offense as a whole on Saturday and how it's kind of grown these last few weeks.
Yeah, I think our offense has continued to get better every single week, and that's kind of something we've talked about a lot within our walls of our football center is, progress over perfection. We're not the same team that took the field week 2, week 3. And a lot of it has to do with experience. We've got some offensive linemen that just have a lot more game reps underneath their belt. We got some wide receivers, a couple of, true freshmen that are playing with more repetitions. Martavius Carter's a freshman tailback, more reps. And obviously, as you mentioned, the linchpin of the whole offense is a quarterback. When you have a first-time starting quarterback, even though he's a sophomore, he hasn't played any college football really at all heading into this year. He's continued to get more comfortable on the football field, and I think guys are really gravitating towards him because he's making plays. Anytime a player makes plays, he's going to earn that trust with coaches and players.
You go down to Ashland this weekend, another top 10 opponent for you. They're ranked number 5 in the country, undefeated, and a pretty good team at home especially. Talk about what you see with them. Start with their defense and kind of how that'll parlay off your offense.
They got a really good defense. There's no really holes in their defense. They got really great defensive ends, put a lot of pressure on in the run game and the pass game. Got some kids inside that are active. Linebackers, they're 2 inside linebackers, probably as good as any 2 in our league. And then, I think the difference maybe this team as opposed to some other teams we played here the past 3-4 weeks are secondary. I think they've got an athletic and active secondary. I think that's reflecting the fact they have 10 interceptions. And they are, really a ball-hawking group back there. So, and I said this earlier in the week, this is a solid defense at all 3 levels. And you start marrying that with some things they do schematically that cause you a little bit of an issues. It's tough. It's a tough defense to go against.
Your defense has really played well the last few weeks, obviously with the cornerstone kind of being last week. What kind of problems will Ashland's offense present?
Well, I think, they do a good job with mixing in and out a lot of different personnel groups and really doing a good job of keeping off balance with a lot of different personnel groups. They've got a great tailback, and Vance Settlemeyer's extremely productive in our league. And then, they've got a tight end that they move around, and he does a lot of different things in the passing game, the run game, and has been a really effective player for him in this season. So they're the type of team overall, when you look at offense, defense, special teams, they're not going to beat themselves. They don't turn the ball over a whole lot, play great defense. They're just an extremely solid, Division II football team, and it's one of those teams that, any victories that anybody's going to get, you got to go out there and earn them. They're not going to give away any ball games, and they're undefeated at this point because of that. I think they've done a great job of playing within themselves, playing the identity of their program, and nobody's beat them because they haven't beat themselves. And so this is the type of game you can't sit back and wait for things to happen, for them to cough up the ball, for them to, you got to be aggressive. And that's one thing I think we've done here with our offense and our defense is we've been aggressive. And it's going to be, an unbelievable football game in my opinion. I think they're a great team, well coached, and there should be a great atmosphere down there. Looking forward to the night game and 7 o'clock start.
Yeah, you're number 9, they're number 5. What do you see as the biggest factor, maybe kind of determining who wins this game on Saturday night?
Yeah, well, I think both teams have been really stingy, when it comes to turnovers. We're doing great on that area. We had one last week. We've been positive on turnovers ever since the Ferris game, and they've kind of been the same way. So, we got to have great ball security, and we also got to look for defensively opportunities to maybe try to make some plays, and try to get the ball back because it'll come down to those games. It's going to be about field position turnovers. So that's going to be really, really keys to how the thing's going to be played.
Grand Valley State and Ashland this Saturday night in Ashland, Ohio. It's a top 10 matchup between the Lakers and the Eagles. Mitch, thanks for your time. Best of luck this weekend.
All right, thanks a lot.